If it's alright, I wanna kick it with you all night, all night. Have a good time.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Sensational Me. If you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back again. And if you're new, what are you doing? Hit that like and subscribe button so you can see more of me. I'm not gonna spend the entire intro lollygagging, so I'm just gonna get right into it because I know story times can be very long. It's like two different stories in one. It's basically just talking about a day that I had that was just too much to deal with. It was just a lot of things going on that day. And the day actually occurred 2 weeks ago, but to have the background of the story, I have to start about a month or so ago. So it all started while I was at work. The store manager pulled me to the side and she was like, I want to bring this to your attention. And she was telling me about this woman that comes in the store that steals. She saw some chargers in her purse. I don't know if you guys know what chargers are. It's like a little decorative plate that your grandma put on the table for Thanksgiving and put on the table for Christmas. Well, anyway, you know, she gave me all the descriptions of the woman, and so I knew who she was, and I was like, wow, I didn't think that she stole, you know, but, you know, the next time she comes in, I'll make sure I'll watch for her and stuff like that. Most of the time, if you don't know, if you don't work in retail, people are stealing or there's like a thief, they usually have a system. But first of all, she sneaks in, so you don't even know if she comes in the door. Every time she comes in, she has a big beige purse. You see about how big this is. Well, her purse was bigger than this. Kind of like this color brown right here. She always walks in with those kind of bags. They always appear empty. She might have something in there, but I guarantee you if there's something in there, it's like a wallet and a phone. So usually she'll walk up to us and talk to us, have little small talk, but abnormal small talk. It's a frequent shoplifter. Should I call her that? She's never bought anything for me before. I'm not gonna judge her. I'm not gonna judge her. So let's fast forward to 2 weeks ago. So that store manager's left now, and now we have a new store manager. So whenever the girl came into the store, I was like, oh my God, okay, so this is my time to watch her. What I was doing was going down the aisles, kind of like recovering and just kind of watching her, not making it to the point where it was obvious. But I was thinking, Station, if you keep going down these aisles where she can see you, you know, she's not going to steal like right in front of you. Like, she's not crazy. Obviously, she's an expert stealer because she keeps getting stuff from this company and getting away with it. So I was being a creeper. I'm just going to do a little experiment. So one of our boards was empty. It didn't have anything on it because we were like switching some merchandise off of that shelf to put some other stuff on there. And we actually have like these tiny little holes in these boards. So I was peeping through the holes and I saw her take a complete bottle of soap. I know what y'all thinking. Y'all thinking like the little tiny bottles that's like no big deal, you know. Oh no. The woman stole a big bottle of hand soap about the size of this. And it was even thicker than this. And it had a pump. It stood about this tall and it was about this round. Once that thing went ka-thunk, and it fell in her purse, I was just like, I don't have time. So I called the police department and, but he asked me what my name was. He asked me where I was located. He asked me what it was I was calling for. And after that, I asked him, well, do you want the license plate number? Because I know what car she drives. And I had to go outside and pretend like I was looking at the trees because I'm not about to go up to this woman's car and be like, 540-7722. You know, I can't do that. So I was out there trying to read him the license plate number. And you know, of course he didn't get it the first time or the second time, so I had to stand out there even longer, making it look even more suspicious. I walked back in the store and I kind of was just like staying in the front of the store while I was still giving him information, and she hurried up and walked out the door and the door shut in my face. I told my coworker I just called the police because I just caught that woman stealing. And then I guess that she might have heard stealing, or she might have heard that I caught her, or felt some kind of guilt, or her conscience got to her, whatever it might be. She turned around and she opened the door and she was like, did I slam the door in your face? And I said, oh no ma'am, I'm doing a lot of things right now is what I said. And then she said, oh okay, I just want to make sure. And here's the crazy part, y'all. I already called the police. I told them everything that they need to know. I told them that they need to come on, and they were like, you know, we're gonna send dispatch out there, we got you. We'll be there. This woman had enough time to go outside talked to another woman for a good 5 minutes about the trees, the grass, their grandbabies, the earth rotating on the axis. She had time to go to her car, flipping through things. Maybe she was taking the hand soap out of her bag, sniffing it, rubbing on her hands, playing with it. I don't know what she was doing. Then after that, she even drove off, but she didn't drive off the parking lot. She kind of drove off into another kind of parking spot, and she just literally stayed there. And I'm just like, if I was a thief and I was stealing something, I wouldn't stay where I stole something, you know? Even if I knew that I got away with it, I wouldn't be sitting there like, oh, I'm in the car, I just stole, I got hand soap in my bag. I'm lucky to get away with stealing some Tic Tacs or some gum and not feel terrible about myself and have to come back and pay for it. I'm lucky. The police officers finally come, and when they pull up, as soon as she saw them, she sped off faster than the speed of light, like from 0 to 100 real quick, to 100 real quick. And they pulled up, and they were literally just like nonchalant. So you called about the thief? And I was like, yeah, she just drove off. Well, what kind of car did she have? And I was like, why did I even talk to the dispatch? I was like, well, I also know her license plate number. Do you want that too? They were like, sure. And of course, you know, we're not pressured for time. She's not all the way in Albuquerque. You know, I have enough time to sit here and chat with you. So I was like, her license plate is blah, 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 blah. And they were like, blah, blah, blue, blah, 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 blah. No. I spent a good 5 minutes trying to correct them. So you know she gone. She in a whole nother city right now. They drove off like doing 30. So then it didn't surprise me that they came back within 10 minutes. Yeah, so couldn't find her. I didn't get salty. And I was like, okay, so what can I do since I caught her stealing? And they said, well, what's her name? And I'm like, I don't know what her name is. Mrs. Thief, McThiefer Thiefin. Am I supposed to be like, hey, you over there? You know, you stole the hand soap, you know, the hand soap back over there. What's your name? Yeah, so there's nothing that we can do. Like, I'm talking like this because it sounds like a voice that doesn't care, because they didn't care. So, there's nothing that we can do. I mean, the next time that she comes in, you can call us and we can ban her. And I was like, okay. She was right there. I understand that thief and murder, but I'm just like, y'all could have caught her. At least it like scared her off for a little bit. She did come back. Oh, that's a whole nother story. We ain't got time for all that. We ain't got time for all that today because I got a whole nother story to tell you in a minute. So then they just left and I just felt like defeated. I did everything that I thought I should do. I could have been one less criminal, even though that crime might not be as significant as murder, but bad is bad, you know? Part of me is like upset with myself because, Seisha, you wouldn't have been satisfied unless she would have been in jail. It's wrong for her to do what she did, but at the same time, for you to get victory over somebody's defeat, you know, you're better than that. I mean, but a part of me was also just like, I'm the winner. Why didn't you catch her? So anyway, remember, my brain's discombobulated with that, number one. Number two, all day long, customers have been coming in. I don't want to say that customers are annoying, but it is around Christmas time, so customers can be pretty needy. And we have a lot of moms and grandmas and aunts that come in and they try to buy Christmas gifts, trying to buy this Nintendo, and they don't know how the Nintendo works for their grandchild. And I'm kind of just like, you don't need to know how to work it. Your grandchild's gonna work it. You know, you gotta have great customer service. And we were putting out freight all the same time. I was juggling those three things. Then here's the second story. So we were about to close. This older woman walks in and she asks, do you guys have a restroom for customers? Here's the thing. Let me just stop right here. We have a lot of people that try to come in our store and that try to use our bathrooms that are not our customers. We are not supposed to let people we'll call him Andrew. He was just like, Seisha, you need to come see this. It's serious. It's stuff back there. I can't even explain it. I joke around with all of my associates a lot. So whenever he was doing all this ranting and raving, I was like, you just being dramatic, Andrew, ain't nothing back there, chill out. I take my time going back there because I'm like, I'm not about to rush. I get back there, yeah. No, he had the right to call me. He opens the door for me. And first of all, there is pee all over the floor. I can try to give a layout for you if it matters. You walk into the door and the toilet is way back here. Toilet, I am a toilet. Toilet's right here. As soon as you open the door, there's urine down there, okay? It takes at least 6 steps to get to the toilet. That's fine. We can get them all. We can do that. We can lay down. It's fine. It's fine. No big deal. No big deal. I look up on the floor. 2 poop balls just sitting on the side of the toilet, just looking at me like, hi there. I was like, it's fine. We'll just treat it like I'm picking up Leia's poop, which if you didn't know, I have a dog. Her name's Leia. I'll just pick up Leia's poop, just throw it in the toilet. It's fine. It's fine. We're not gonna be dramatic. We're not gonna be dramatic. Then I looked at the toilet. You wanna know what's on the toilet? You wanna know what's on the toilet? It's not a good work today, Seisha. You almost caught a criminal today, Seisha. You're beautiful, Seisha. None of that. Oh, no. So what's on the toilet? It's poop. It's not like poop that I can just kind of flick it in the toilet and just flush it. No, it's smeared poop on the toilet seat. You know, and I'm wondering how she did this. And I know it's her. Well, the correction. She was the last person that asked for the bathroom. There was like only about 3 people that came in the store after her. Now, I know what you're thinking. It wasn't necessarily her. It could have been somebody else. But you can understand why I would think it was her, because she asked if we had a customer restroom. So anyway, I've heard that some people have mental issues. They don't use the toilet properly. I've heard that before. Now this woman appeared to be in her right mind. She spoke well, presented herself well, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have a mental problem. That doesn't mean that she does. But let's just take it away from the mental problem. Let's just say she didn't have a mental issue. Why would you pee on the floor? Okay. The peeing on the floor, it's easy. I still don't think, no. Anyway, I couldn't do it, no. With the pooping and wiping the poop on the toilet, like, okay, did she kind of just hover over the toilet? But no, okay, maybe while she was pooping, she grabbed some poop and then just like flick, 2 on the floor. And then she was just like, oh, let me use the remainder to wipe the seat. Or, that's option number 1. Or option number 2 is, did she just sit down and just poop in the toilet? And then before she flushed it, she grabbed the poop out the toilet and like rubbed the toilet seat down and then like flick the 2 poop balls on the side. Or did she just say, forget the toilet altogether? And then, okay, we're getting too deep into it. Either way, I don't understand. That day was just so full of foolery. Anyways, now you guys know. I hope that the storytelling wasn't that long. You know what's actually interesting is I've actually had to clean up poop before. And it was worse than that. And it wasn't in the bathroom, it was on the sales floor. And it was carpet. So if you want to hear that story, why am I the poop girl?